I recently went to Spain with my mother. She had an event with her publishing company. She's an author, and they were having an award show and she was invited. So I really didn't want to miss that opportunity for her because it's the first book she's written, and it was just a big honor to have her be invited. And I was just kind of riding her coattails and got to walk the red carpet with her and got to have a very glam day that felt very surreal. It's the first time that I don't overpack. And I want to share what I wore in case you were planning a trip recently and you don't want to overpack and you want to look chic and effortless and you want to kind of have pieces that work together. I think that you'll really love some of the pieces that I wore. A lot of them are very affordable. I'll also show you a couple of things that I got. I didn't go too crazy with shopping because I feel like I already have so many items that I already love. By the way, everybody was wearing a vest of some sort. It just goes to show you that the classic waistcoat is here to stay and it's very chic. And I saw it on so many different types of styles and body types that I'm excited to do a video on how to style a waistcoat this summer. I'll start with my travel outfit. I feel very confident in my travel outfits because I do so much traveling. One of my go-to outfits is a wide leg pant that is kind of an elastic waistband. One that I happen to wear on the trip there is by Franny Gold. It's a wide leg pant, super comfortable. It kind of feels like leggings meets pajamas. They're even more comfortable than leggings because they're a little bit wider. So I love that as a base just because it's not jeans. You can really kind of stretch out in there. The waistband is elastic. And then I was wearing some white sneakers. The ones that I was wearing are by Chanel, but of course any white sneakers will do. I wore a tank top because I like to have a ton of layers for the plane, not only when I land and it's usually hot where I'm going, but also just because when you're going on the plane, you either get totally frozen or you get totally overheated. So kind of I do at least 3 layers. So I started with a tank top and then I layered on a button down, and then I had a pullover that was just like a little zip up just in case I got a little bit colder, and then also a scarf and a trench coat as well. So that's 4 or 5 layers total, just because when I want to sleep and I want to add extra padding, it's always an amazing option to have the extra scarf or that extra like little hoodie or whatever it might be to, you know, kind of build a little bit of a bed for yourself. The first outfit I wore was one of my classic kind of rich mom outfits that I've shared previously, which is the very languid trousers that are flowy and just super easygoing, kind of feel like PJs as well. And then an Hermès inspired belt I've talked a lot about before. I think it's a fantastic belt. So if you're looking for an affordable designer inspired belt that cinches you at the waist without any extra like flapping or anything like that, it's a great find. And then I had my waistcoat that's a little bit longer by Rios that is black, and the blacks happen to match perfectly because that's a big pet peeve of mine is when my blacks don't match. I think it makes your outfit look really cheap. By the way, if you haven't checked out this video before, I have 9 reasons why your outfit looks cheap, including blacks not matching. So if you want more little kind of hacks to how to look a little more expensive, make sure to check that out. The shoes that I wore were my Inez strappy sandals that are very comfortable because I was taking a cab from a couple of places, so I wasn't going to be doing a ton of sightseeing that day, and it was perfect. And then I finished off the look with my Demi London Raffia Nano Montreal bag that's just like the perfect summer bag. It's little, but it's not too small, but it doesn't fit anything, and it's also got a strap that you can use in case you like the, you know, kind of like the crossbody look. So that was the first look for the afternoon. For the evening, I donned a very beautiful 90s inspired kind of Dolce & Gabbana feel that is very affordable, selling pretty quickly last week. It's a gorgeous rosette dress. It's got like attachés all over the dress. It's a mini dress, adjustable straps, true to size, and it's just very 90s inspired. And I thought, why not? Let's get a little crazy and have a rosette dress. I just absolutely loved it. And then I added a little rosette choker just because I thought, hey, what's one more flower? And then to finish off the look, I wore my Prada bag. I love traveling with flatter bags. Like sometimes when you have these beautiful kind of structured bags that I really love, they're really hard to travel with because your suitcase damages them. So I like to travel with something that's a little bit more flat, and that and the Polo Ralph Lauren kind of like shoulder bag are great options. So I wore that bag, and then I wore my Inez shoes from before that are kind of strappy sandals. They were super comfortable, so we did some walking after dinner. It worked out perfectly because I was able to walk in them. I probably have about 5 different pairs of shoes from them. I wear them all the time, and I also have a discount code if you're interested, Ziba15 site-wide for any shoes that you like. The second day, I wore one dress all day. I was so proud of myself. It's a little black dress with a twist. And because we were in Spain, this was a little bit more flamenco inspired. It had a beautiful white ruffle at the bottom that just added so much. It wasn't too extra. It wasn't like oh, like, you know, you're kind of causing a scene, but it just looks so beautiful. I got so many compliments. And then the straps have just like a little mesh here that creates like a dynamic just to kind of tie in with the bottom. Absolutely gorgeous. I have a 20% off discount code for this dress in case you're interested. It's still in stock, true to size. It form fits so beautifully. This is probably a dress that I will absolutely overwear this summer because I wanted to, I mean, for me to wear one dress all day long on a trip, you know, I don't do that very often. So during the day when we were kind of walking around, I wore ballet flats with this dress. And then in the evening, I switched over to some black pumps, my Demolier London raffia bag. It's a great dress because it kind of breathes with you. It's not so nice that you can't go out and do things and feel like you're gonna mess it up, but it was nice enough to go to a very nice dinner, which by the way, we went to this place called Bosca de Lobo, which is an Italian restaurant in Madrid. And if you're like me and you get overwhelmed doing the local cuisine like day in and day out, this was a really nice reprieve from having tapas. It was an Italian restaurant. They had amazing wood-fired pizza. And it was just kind of what I needed to not have like another tapas meal. Then the next day, I really was very much part of like the local scene because I was wearing my vest skirt set. This one is by Commence, and the one thing I don't like about this set is you can kind of see that the slip ends like right above the knee and the skirt is a lot longer. So I love the set, but I wish that the slip was a little bit longer. And the reason that I can't fix it is because it's got leg slits, so I can't actually wear a longer slip without the slip showing. So I wore this, however, all day long as well. For this particular look, I wore my ballet flats and I also wore my Sicilian New York wedge sand. They are very comfortable, but I wanted to have the option to walk even further if I needed to with my ballet flats. So I tucked my ballet flats into my Teddy Blake bag, which is a really beautiful cobalt blue that just added the beautiful pop of color that I needed. And then I finished off the look with an H&M hat that actually rolled up really nicely into my suitcase and it didn't get ruined. So if you're looking for an affordable hat that you can travel with, this is amazing. And so that was my look for the day. I did a lot of shopping in it. It was very nice and cool. And yes, I passed so many other people that were wearing a similar kind of ivory waistcoat as well. And then that night was my mom's big event and we wore beautiful gowns by Betsy and Adam, which I have long loved. I wore my very first Betsy and Adam gown to my sister's wedding, and ever since then I have been a big fan because they are very beautiful dresses that fit the most formal occasion and they don't break the bank. We just really both felt like our best. She had a gorgeous gray Georgette dress that had sequins everywhere. She just looked so glamorous. And then my dress was a beautiful black tulle. It made me feel like Black Swan Princess. Gorgeous gown that had so much volume. It just made me feel so pretty. I did finish that look off because I was in Spain. I felt like I needed a little bit of drama. I wore the Rosette choker again. And by the way, that one is by Amazon. So I'll link it here below in case you want to add a little drama to any of your outfits. Sometimes it's the items that are inexpensive and that you kind of think as an afterthought kind of end up making the outfit. The next day we were very tired, but we got back up and we got back out there. And this is when I wore one of my favorite dresses this spring so far by Cezanne, the Ariza dress that I've talked about before. It's a bestseller. A lot of you guys have loved it. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I hope that you do. A lot of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed, and it would mean so much if you subscribe to my channel. So the Ariza dress I have previously featured here with espadrilles and more of a scarf and kind of more of an elegant look. And because I was traveling in really heavy duty sightseeing that day, I wore the dress with the hat, a little scarf, and white sneakers. So a very simple look, my little raffia bag by Demolier London, and it was just such a comfortable outfit. It was a hot day, very lightweight, so it doesn't take up too much space in your suitcase, which is always amazing. And that night we had tickets to watch a flamenco show, so I thought, when in Rome, you've got to look the part. And so I wore two pieces by Zara that I got at the Zara there that I'll link below. One of them is a beautiful red-orange rosette skirt that just looks like a Valentino skirt. It is so well made, it's beautiful. It is slightly low rise, so just something to be aware of. I'm so glad that I got it. I was kind of on the fence about it. I got a little white bralette that has some ruffles just to kind of balance how ornate the skirt actually is. And then for that night, I wore my Cezanne Paula Babies and a black and white bag by Naranka. Takeaways for traveling for your summer vacation are a vest set. I think vest sets are so versatile. You can also use them as separates. And there's many different options to choose from. I'll pop a couple of them up here on the screen that you could consider. Number 2 are casual dresses, because they just are so easy to dress up with the right accessories and a change of shoes if need be. And number 3, it's a great time to take a chance on pieces that you normally wouldn't wear, because there's a sense of anonymity when you're traveling. Nobody knows you, so nobody has a context of preconceived notion of like, oh, she doesn't usually wear this, like what is she thinking, you know? So it's a great time to try something. For me, for this trip, that outfit was definitely the Rosette dress that was a little bit shorter, that was Dolce & Gabbana inspired. That was it for me, and I'm so glad that I wore it, because now it gives me the confidence to wear it here at home. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to check out my Rich Mom outfit formulas that are full of really easy outfits that you can shop your own closet to pull together, and also a lot of great travel outfits as well. And if you had fun with me today, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you really soon.